Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly horoscope forecast for the week of February the 3rd through the 9th, 2020. I want to thank you all for being here on my channel. If you have not yet subscribed to this video, please hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, and make sure that when you hit the notification bell icon, you go to all, so that way you'll be notified of all videos or live YouTube broadcasts that I do on my channel. I also want to take a note right now is that all of my readings are on sale for a limited time only. So if you are looking to get a private reading with me, yes, I read everyday people, not just celebrities. Feel free to book a reading. You can book a reading by following the link here listed on the screen. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop, or you can go down to the description box below this video and also follow me on IG and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. That being said and done, we're going to go ahead and get into the horoscopes for this week. This week's format, I'm going to be doing them broken down by the elements. So I'm going to start with the fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you're an Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, this is going to be your horoscope for this week. This week, there's a lot of connection as we are in the month of love, the month of, Valentine's Day. Even if you don't, celebrate that holiday, there is a lot of connection, a lot of focus right now on your love life, feelings of love, not necessarily just your love life, but you loving yourself. A lot of you out there are discovering that perhaps you have been neglecting yourself, or you haven't been giving enough attention to yourself in many ways. And so there's a lot of focus right now on embracing your love, embracing the connection that you have with other people, not necessarily in a romantic way, but it could just be your friendships and honoring them and treasuring those connections. And through that, there's some healing that is that is given, and it's like an exchange of energy. So you want to go out throughout this week making sure that all of your friendships and all of your connections are balanced. You don't want to feel unbalanced. You don't want to feel like you're giving too much of yourself to someone and they're not giving you back any kind of time or energy. If you're the one that's having to schedule to meet them, if you're the one having to initiate the text messages and they never check on you and they wait for you to do all the texting, this is real talk. Then obviously it's more one-sided, this friendship. It's not balanced. And that's what Spirit wants you to do this week, is to look at those situations, those friendships, and really analyze to see if there is balance in that connection. A lot of you are going to be very connected with your soulmate, especially if you're single right now. A lot of single people tend to connect with their soulmate before they even meet them. It is something that you feel at the soul level. It's something that is at the higher self level as well. So it's like mind, body, and soul connects. And I see a lot of people, that are the fire signs this week, really connecting with their soulmate on some level. This could be you having a dream about them, feeling their energy, tuning into you. Because the thing I think a lot of people don't realize is that when you have a soulmate, even if you're not physically present in a union together, there is still the possibility that you can connect on the astral, on the higher self. And I feel like that's what a lot of you fire signs out there that are going to be doing this week. This week is also a reminder to connect to your inner child. A lot of us are adults listening to this horoscope. A lot of us have lost our inner child, either due to sexual abuse, to bullying, to hardships, trauma, loss of loved ones. Somehow we were stripped of our inner child. And what that means is that you probably grew up too soon. You maybe transition more into the adult mind frame during your teenager years or childhood years, and you didn't get to enjoy that. There was some disconnect, some definite pain that you went through that made you tougher. Yes, you grew up and you're now more experienced about life and you see things from a different perspective. But at the same time, you can't always just be an adult and be serious. You have to also have fun. You have to kind of raise your vibration and enjoy moments and do some more additional healing. Healing is a continual process. It's not like we heal completely from wounds from our childhood and then we move on. So this is, again, is real talk, guys. If you are have ever gone through any kind of trauma in your life, you're still on the healing process. It's a continual and gradual process. And I feel like this is what Spirit is wanting you to focus on this week. There's a lot of self-reflection, you reflecting on yourself, who you are as a person, your desires, your wants, you reflecting on other people, and again, how they correlate in how cohesive your unions and your friendships are in your life. How does it play in your life path, where you both are? Do your friends share the same type of vision that you do in their morals and their beliefs? And if not, it's okay. Not everyone's going to be the same, but at the same time, if they are pushing themselves on you in some way, pushing those beliefs and making you feel like because you have different set of ideals or beliefs that you're wrong, and that you should think like them, well, then that is again an unhealthy situation, and that's what you need to focus on this week. So this is the horoscope for all of my fire signs out there, and I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you did like it, please hit the thumbs up on this video and be sure to subscribe. So now we're going to get on to the next set of elements. All right, for our next, we're going to do our water signs, which is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So if you're a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, this is going to be your horoscope for this week. So immediately what I see for this week for my water signs out there is that there's a lot of focus on your blessings. A lot of you are seeing the things manifest before your eyes. A lot of you are looking towards having some blessings manifesting in your life. There's a connection to the mother, the divine feminine. A lot of you that maybe have your mother here in the physical world, or she has passed, or those of you that are religious, or still believe in the Blessed Mother, which I believe in the Blessed Mother, Virgin Mary. There is a strong connection with the sense of mother, and having a sense of needing to be nurtured or pampered by your mother, feeling comfort. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 80 years old listening to this, but at some time we always look at our mothers, and we need that comfort that only a mother can give to their child, which is advice, working with the child and letting them know exactly what what their thoughts are and their beliefs, because mothers carry wisdom, they carry love, that only a mother can give to their children. And so I see a lot of that focus this week. So a lot of you that have been distant from your mothers or have a drawn space, I feel like there's a pull towards maybe picking up the phone, maybe trying to analyze those situations and what created the pain between you both, what created the distance, and healing those things, because life is too short, people. And this is what I talk about in a lot of my videos when I film them, is that tomorrow is never guaranteed for any of us, and a lot of times we leave things unspoken and and unhealed. And when you start taking the initiative, even if your mother is a very volatile energy, there is healing for the both of you, and you feeling a freedom from the shackles of not healing that situation. There is some healing there for you. So I feel like what Spirit is trying to say is that your blessings will come through when you can connect to the source, and it could be Mother Gaia, for those of us that believe in Gaia or believe in the divine feminine. There is a higher power and a duality in the universe, and I feel like if you can connect to that energy this week, which I feel a lot of you are, if you're a water sign, there's some healing. There's some change on the horizon this week for a lot of you. I feel like a lot of you are being drawn to experiment with bold colors. I know that sounds silly, but there's something about color therapy, how you dress. Some of you may dress all in black. That's fine. But if you dress in bright colors, it tends to reflect and kind of change and heal your moods. I feel like a lot of you are going to be playing with colors this week. It doesn't matter if it's changing your hair color, changing the color of your shoes, the color of your socks, but there's something with color therapy and kind of moving. I feel like a lot of you are trying to move forward this week and not focus too much on your problems, but rather start, having, letting the universe take control, take the wheel. I also see that a lot of you are needing to listen this week. Listen to other people. Listen to what they have to say. A lot of you are very much, if you're a water sign, you know that I'm talking and telling the truth. You like to jump and just tell people. You snap sometimes and you tell them exactly what's on your mind or what you think. And, you're the only one that's right and they're not. And I'm not getting on y'all. That's not a bad thing. But if you are a water sign this week, you need to kind of hold back and listen to what other people have to say. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with them, or they have to be, or if they're going to be right and you're wrong, vice versa. But listen to the messages that other people are telling you. When you are talking and they're talking, you can't really listen, and sometimes we don't listen and really interpret the messages and get to see people for who they really are. I do feel like there is some of you out there that are going to be encountering some people that may challenge your ideas and beliefs, and some of you don't like to be challenged, again, because the ego comes into play, and it's not a bad thing. We all have egos, but this week, kind of pull back from that ego a little bit, because I feel like for the most part, a lot of you have healthy egos, but some of you out there could be teeter-tottering on some unhealthy egos, and that's not, like I said, it's not a bad thing. I have some unhealthy ego issues. Everyone out there has unhealthy ego issues, but if we can work collectively on identifying that and really trying to heal that and not act on those impulses due to our ego, will be in a better place. And I feel like there's some healing as well for a lot of you water signs this week. I also feel like a part to your healing journey, a lot of you are going to be looking at different ways to heal your connection. Finding the beauty in life. There's something about listening to music, listening to the sounds of, a fountain, a water fountain. There is some soothing energy when you come to listening. I feel like for the most part, Spirit is talking about music, whether it's, Tejano music, it is pop music, rap music, whatever is your choice. I feel like there's going to be some healing for those water signs out there that I mentioned this week in particular. So kind of gravitate towards that, because when you feel kind of stressed out, anxiety, or upset about something, that can calm you down very quickly, because music has the power to do that. So this is the horoscope for all of my water signs, and now we're going to get on to the next. All right, guys, so now I'm going to get into our earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So if you're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this is your horoscope for this week. Immediately what I see this week for my earth signs is that a lot of you are focused on your coins, on abundance. That is what is your driver. A lot of you work very hard, and you may not have anything to show for, because again, bills, responsibilities, unexpected expenses, the IRS getting all of your money, especially if you're a business owner and you're having to pay taxes back, or you earn more, in your tax bracket this year. But there's a lot of focus on your money right now. And it's almost like you find love to this week in particular with your money. So a lot of you that would be getting paid, or would be getting some kind of abundance in any form, whether it is through your paycheck, whether it is a bonus, or whether it is through someone really just showing you how much they love you. You could be rich of heart, and that is considered abundance. Rich in the soul sense, not necessarily in the material sense. But I feel like there's a lot of appreciation that you have towards your earnings, to your hard work, towards other people in your life. I also feel like there's a lot of you out there this week that are searching for the beauty in nature. A lot of you, even though we are in the winter season here in the USA, in the northern hemisphere, I know that a lot of you are not really wanting winter. Some of you are ready for spring. And so a lot of you are maybe booking this week vacations for springtime, booking trips for the springtime, ready to usher in the new flowers, the sounds of the birds, being in nature, somewhere where it's tropical, warm, near water. A lot of you are very much focused on that. And I think a lot of you, if you step out this week into nature, whether it's just a walk around the block, or it's walking in a park, you're going to find that you're connected and it grounds your energy. And so a lot of the anxiety that you've been feeling will be dissipating by doing this. I also feel like a lot of you are opening up to your spirituality on a much deeper level that you may not even notice. You may be connecting to other dimensions, other gateways, and receiving a lot of universal downloads. Now we are we're going through a lot of shifts, like I said, in the universe right now. And so a lot of you will be connecting and not understanding necessarily what you're connecting to, but having some knowledge or some insight that just comes to you. And then you're shooketh when you decide, that, oh, this makes so much sense. This is validation, later in the week. So don't be surprised if you see something before it happens, or you know the outcome of a situation. A lot of times we tend to pass that off with the logical mind, thinking that, oh, well, this is just, a coincidence. I don't think that was really intuition. And it is your intuition, because we're all intuitive on some level. This is a week also to use your creativity. Some of you may be doing something for Valentine's Day, like making a costume or making some props for your children, baking some cupcakes, but you're going to be putting your twist on it. Some of you may be doing that this week. And I also get that a lot of you are going to find joy in doing that. A lot of you are going to find so much joy in that. Some of you this week are asking yourselves, are you protected? Is your guardian angels around you? And the answer to that is yes, that they are around you and they are protecting you. And you're going to get that feeling, that inner warmth and that glow, in your surroundings and in connecting to that divine energy. You're part of the moon tribe. A lot of you are very connected to the moon, to the lunar cycles. And this week in particular, we're going to be entering, I'm looking at the calendar here. We're actually just on a regular, it's not like the full moon or the new moon, but we are, in a different cycle this week. I do feel like for the most part, you're going to feel very connected though, to that energy as we get into the next couple of weeks. And we, are in a different lunar cycle. So pay attention to how you feel during the lunar cycles. The next lunar cycle, if I'm not mistaken, is the full moon, which is on the 9th of February. So yes, I was right. I was onto something. I just couldn't see it on my calendar because I was looking to the site. But the full moon enters on the 9th of February. So it's a very powerful moon. You're going to start feeling that energy this week. It's going to kind of guide you and you're going to feel very more connected. This is going to be, so Sunday on February 9th is a good time to pull out all your crystals, recharge them with the nighttime, the moon energy. Put a bowl of water outside where the moonlight can hit it. That's moon water, which is very powerful. You can use it in your spells, in candles and blessing things. So again, very important, good energy this week, a very powerful energy with the full moon, since we are in the week of the full moon. So I want to thank you so much for tuning into your horoscope. Now we're going to get into our air signs. All right, and last we're entering our air signs. So this is the horoscope for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This is your horoscope for this week. So the first thing that I can say here is that if you are an air sign, there's a lot of mental energy. We're very connected to the mental side of ourselves, which is communication, the creativity, the thought process. A lot of us are going through a period this week of transmutation. What does transmutation mean? It means taking all the crap that all the lower vibrations, and really evolving like an alchemist and transmuting that and converting that into divine sun energy. There's a lot of focus on the sun this week for all my air signs. coming out of a situation resilient, bouncing back. I feel like a lot of us have been through some deep shit over the last couple of months, and so this is going to be a new month, of course, that we're in. And with the new month of February, I feel like there's progression. There's some strong blessings that are coming in, and it's all coming in through the sun energy, again, through the rays of sunlight. So a lot of you may be, if you're an air sign, wanting to connect to nature, being out when the sun is out. When the sun is out, it's going to affect your mood in a very positive way. When and again, this may not apply to everyone, but if you are in a cloudy situation, it's a cloudy day, that's going to make you more depressive. It's going to affect your moods in some way. Again, a lot of the sun energy, a lot of that divine masculine energy seeping through and connecting with all of the air signs this week. So this week, you're going to be more operating out of your divine masculine. I don't care if you operate more out of the divine feminine, like I operate out more out of the divine feminine. This week it's going to be, even for me, more of the divine masculine. So when we talk about the divine masculine, we talk about the masculine energy, the ones that want to protect other people. You're going to be very protective of your family, your children. You're going to be very logical. You're not going to be very emotional this week. It's going to be a week where you're not very connected. When you're operating out of the divine feminine, a lot of times we get more into our emotions, and those can kind of affect us in our decision making. And this week it's going to be more business. You're going to be more business minded, more business oriented, like I said, disconnected from your emotion. And I feel like for the most part, this is very difficult if you're an air sign, because we have that duality, both twins. If you're a Gemini and if you're an Aquarius or Libra, it still is, in a sense, it's very hard for all of us that are air signs to disconnect from our duality that we carry. This week, like I said, we're going to operate out of that. I also feel like a lot of us this week are needing to be reminded that we need more balance in our life. Perhaps you're doing, you're self-employed and you're putting in 50 to 60 hours a week, or you're working with an employer and you're doing overtime and you're working 50 to 60 hours a week. You're not spending time for yourself, A. B, you're not spending time with your family, which should be a priority. It should actually be A. And then C, you're not having any time to really focus on your future plans, your goals, your aspirations, and your inner child. So again, it feels like this week you need to be reminded by the universe that you need balance in everything you do. In every situation, you may need help. Don't be that person that gets in that, I can handle this by myself. I'm a leader. I don't need any help. I can do it by myself. That is not a good mentality to have, specifically this week, because you will, guess what? You will burn yourself out, and you don't want to do that. You don't need to burn yourself out, burn your energy, because then you're not going to be good to anyone. You're not going to be able to carry out your daily tasks, concentrate on your work. A lot of you have, and I can tell you, because I'm a Gemini myself, a lot of us have been forgetting certain things. And I know that if you're listening to this, you probably have forgotten about certain things this week, and your mind's been kind of scatterbrained. You had a thought and then it just slipped away. It slipped away and you didn't get to revisit that thought. It's because you are too scattered. And that's the problem with the air signs. We tend to be up in the air, like the air, and just kind of be in all places. So again, find some balance, ground yourself, go outside, reconnect to nature, use some hematite, use any other kind of deep breathing exercises, meditation this week, okay? This is also a week of spiritual growth. A lot of you are needing to reconnect to your spiritual side. Again, when we're very busy and we work a 9-to-5 job, if you have children and you're a mom or a dad, those responsibilities take precedent sometimes more than your spiritual abilities, and we tend to ignore those spiritual abilities within ourselves. This week, Spirit is saying for you to really focus on how far you've come spiritually, trusting your intuition wholeheartedly to guide you. But at the same time, we're going to feel a lot of push to show more love to other people, more compassion, because I feel like that is a quality that we all possess as air signs. Well, all of zodiac possesses that, but we really are masters at showing loyalty and compassion to other people. Not to toot my own horn, but that is who we are and we can't change that aspect of ourselves. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you are being led by spirit, not led by ego. And that if you're showing compassion, that you really mean it. If you're showing love to someone, that you really mean it. It's not to get something for yourself. It's not, teeter-tottering. I like that word, teeter-tottering, on the side of selfishness. If you're operating out of selfishness, and that is not being authentic. And again, it's a reminder, because we all are guilty of doing that at some point. Maybe you want to impress your boss. Maybe you want to impress this new person that you're dating, or somebody that you like. And again, you need to be yourself at all times this week, and be reminded of that. Some of us are ready for a vacation. We're ready to retreat, ready to go out of town. Anything that can take you out of your normal confines, out of your normal surroundings, is going to provide you with some escapism, some form of escaping that routine, that mundane routine that we all go through. And through that, you feel more alive. When you get to go out of town, when you get to go places, it makes you feel much more alive. And the last thing that I want to share this week, if you're an air sign and listening to this, some of you may be going through some sacred unions, things that are divinely orchestrated when it comes to your love life. If you're single, this is a week where you could be meeting someone, going on a date. If you are connected with someone already and you're married, or you're in a relationship with someone, that relationship could, there could be some special moments this week that you share, some special communication. And it's a wonderful thing to know that you're loved and that you can love someone. So blessings and love and light. I hope that you all enjoyed these horoscopes for this week. If you did, and again, please subscribe to my channel by hitting that red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, and make sure that you hit the all button, so that way you'll be notified of all videos and all live I keep saying live Instagrams, live YouTubes that I will be doing here on my channel. Also, for those of you that didn't catch this at the beginning of the horoscopes this week, all of my readings are on sale this week. So they're on sale until a limited times only. So if you are needing some guidance for the year, I'm offering all of my readings, with the exception of emergency readings, of course. They're on sale. You can go to the link listed here on the screen. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop, or you can go to the description box below this video, and you can just click on the link and it'll take you to my website. Again, blessings and love and light. Wishing you all an amazing week. Have an amazing, amazing day or night wherever you are in the world. Bye.